We've been talking about the heat, obviously, because it's going to get really hot, and pets are actually more vulnerable to heat than we are. It's important for your pets to be extra careful what you need to do with them.
Yeah, joining us today to discuss what you need to know to keep your pets safe during this heat wave is veterinarian and author of Lizette the Vet, Dr. Ruth McPeet. And Dr. Ruth, it's always great to see you. And why don't we just jump right in and start talking about the signs of heat exhaustion in your pets. What should you look for? Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Well, what people should be on the lookout for is if they notice that their pet is dragging behind, or they see their pet has excessive panting, if they're drooling, they notice that their pet's gums or tongue is bright red, any vomiting, diarrhea, collapsing, or seizures, these could be signs of heat exhaustion. And it's really important to stop what you're doing, cool your pet off, and get them to a veterinarian right away. Left untreated, heat exhaustion can actually be fatal.
Just like it can be for humans.
Yes.
And it's also important, a lot of people want to go outside and exercise. We encourage them to do that in the early hours before it gets super hot. But if you find yourself out there and it's warm and you take your pet along with you, what are some important things to be mindful of and to take with you?
Well, you want to make sure you always have water. Hydration is key, so make sure you're bringing water along and also a portable bowl so your pet can drink water. The biggest thing I always recommend people do is make sure they're keeping their pet cool. Whenever possible, you really want to leave your pet at home where it's cool inside. If they have to be outside for any length of time, you want to make sure that they have access to plenty of water and shade. You want to walk them, like you said, in the early mornings and evenings when it's cooler outside. Consider using cooling products. My dog is actually wearing a cooling vest and hat from Canada Pooch. The way that these products work is they dissipate heat through evaporation. But again, the goal is to keep your pets cool, leave them home whenever possible inside where it's cool, keep them hydrated. When you go out, always check the ground too to make sure that it's not too hot for your pet.
Yeah, and I think a good rule of thumb, I mean, it may not be totally accurate, but I think it's certainly a guideline. If it's too hot for you as a human to walk outside in your bare feet, it's probably too hot for your pet's paws.
Absolutely, Tony, that is perfect. That's exactly what I say. Check the ground. If it's too hot for your feet, it's too hot for them. The ground can get so hot, it can actually burn their pads. So if you have to take them out when it's hot, you want to make sure you get booties, dog booties for your pets. These will actually protect their pads.
Yeah, that's actually a really good reminder, because I think sometimes people forget or don't check themselves.
Yeah, they do.
And we always tell them, don't leave your pets in a car.
I know.
We say it how many times? How many thousands of times have we said it and people still do it?
Well, it's not just pets. We unfortunately talk about children as well. But yes, even if you crack a little window open, that's not going to cut it when it's a super hot day.
No, with the window down, the car can still heat up to deadly temperatures within minutes. So never bring your pet if you have to leave them in a car. If they're not allowed inside a store, then leave them at home where it's safe. The other thing I just want to mention really quick is to make sure, you talked about exercise. This is not the time to take your pet on a long hike. I see this all the time, and every year I treat hundreds of pets that suffer from heat exhaustion. It's really important that people are careful with their pet when during a heat wave. Do not take them on a long hike. Be extra careful with brachycephalic breeds like my dog Jet, the Pugs, Frenchies, and Bostons. These flat-nosed breeds are really susceptible to the heat. Make sure they stay home in the air-conditioned home or with a fan.
Okay, Dr. Ruth, thanks so much. And there people can see if they need more advice or tips. Dr. Ruth, Pet Vet. Go there and, just be careful, be mindful.
Absolutely.
Thank you.